Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you a new farming strategy which I came up with. This method is faster and a lot faster. Um, it doesn't give as much tickets though, but one thing I will say is that it does give you a lot more easier wins for impossible. So if you want to grind impossible wins, this is probably the best setup in time wise to do that. If you want an AFK build, if you have the auto upgrade, then go and watch my other video, which was the updated version of the XP and ticket grinder. With that being said, what you need is 8 Mitas and 2 FF clowns. Then once we go down here and we will go into a games, you want super. Then what you want to get is range. Then what you want to put on is super boss. And then what you want to put on is super all hazardous. The reason why I've chose those particular mods is because super all hazardous and range won't actually affect anything because of our toys that we actually have. And then the map you need is the witching hour. You can beat it on impossible, but it's going to involve a lot of moving around. Right, so now that we're in the game, what you want to do is put your toys in a particular place. So like so. Then what you want to do is place your Maetas behind or in front, it's up to you. Just make sure they're in range of your clowns. So then once you've got enough money, start building them up. So we're going to place more and more. Oh. So then we'll place them there like so. And as you see already, we've done nearly 10,000 damage without even doing anything, just by stalling. What you want to roughly do is get about 20,000 per section. So for example, this bit here I would call a section, then this bit here another section, then the rest of it, and so on. You get what I'm saying. So when you can, you want to just upgrade your toys. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it just makes it slightly quicker if you do that. So we have just done over 20,000 damage now to the boss. We still got a long way to go. So once the boss gets to roughly about here, you want to start moving your toys over into the middle, and then when the boss is done in the middle, you want to move them near the end. I think you see where this is going, but you get the gist of why I said it involves a lot more moving around. Okay, so now that the boss has sort of come into this area, we are going to start moving our toys so we can sort of get ready. Obviously, if you're on a tablet or phone, it's going to be slightly harder to move your toys in time. I know that frustration, but this is why I'm on PC doing this, or my Mac. But it is possible to do it on your phone, but it's just a little bit more tedious. One thing I will say as well is this strategy actually works better doing it solo than actually doing it team based. The only reason I say that is because this is just designed for winning impossible wins really quickly, because if you do it team based it's going to take a lot longer to win. So that's the only reason I say this is only really for soloing, especially if you just want easy impossible wins to get on the leaderboard. You don't get as much from this as some of my previous builds I've done, but you still get a hefty reward at the end of it, which I think is pretty decent for what it is. Obviously I'm VIP, so I do get more, so I don't know how much a non-VIP would get from this, but it's still pretty good in my opinion, and it's really quick games as well. Plus, you might have also noticed as well, a lot of my toys I always use aren't even that good. But the reason I use more cheaper toys is because I find they are a lot better than the actual more expensive toys. Now, I don't know if any of you agree with me on that, but I find a lot of the more expensive toys, there's very little of them on the amount of toys that there is in the expensive range, in like 600 to 500 range, where there's hardly any of them that are decent. There's like only like 2 or 3 I would recommend getting, but apart from that I wouldn't. I know it varies depending on what you're playing, because some of the more expensive toys work better in endless than they do in normal runs, but at the end of the day it comes down to everyone's strategy in how they play, because if you have a different way of playing, then you have to figure out a build that compromises well with the other toys you've got in your team. So as you see, we're just about to beat the boss now. This is why it's a lot easier when you're on your Mac or PC, because you can just zoom out and just do it this way. Right, so it should be one more blast of the ultimates. And there we have it, we've won. And as you see, we did that in 5 minutes and 30. You can do it quicker if you bring your toys slightly further up. You can do it from 5:15 and onwards, but that is an example in how quick you can do this, guys, in a run. So I hope this helps. Stay tuned for next time. Cheers.